Alrighty guys, happy Friday. Again, we were just talking a second ago. Today is going to be labeled as S.A.F. Live Workout Online number 40, but that doesn't count the two other auxiliaries when I was doing some extra credit classes. But we're going to say today's 40. This is the end of our 14th week of Live Online, so that's huge. We have the 2 weeks before that of emailed workouts, so we are well into this whole thing. I got my 3 studs here online, quiet noon hour, so let's get to work. Let's get to work. So we have done so many different warm-ups, but we also have repeated some warm-ups. And why am I talking about that today? Our warm-up is a smidge different today, but also has similar components. All right? We have standing scissors. We're only going to do once for 20. You'll see here in a second. We're going to do our 3 standing things, and there are 3 things on the ground. Those are all 20, so there's 120 reps. But we're going to do one of our 2 movement exercises, one of 4 of them today. And of course, this one's all lower body, but body weight. I know I'm talking. I know you're ready to work. 20, not 10, 20 standing scissors. Ready, set, go. Now, normally we do 10, 10s, and 10s, and 10s, and 10s. We're going 1 set of 20, so let's do it right. We also did these on Wednesday. So, and we've done these many times. 10 standing scissors. You are elongating your posterior muscles, and I want you to be big, and I want you to reach. So it's elongating, and it's big, and it's reaching, but of course your anterior muscles are activating. Maybe a little heart rate, a little bit of blood flow, hammies, glutes, stuff, standing scissors. We're only doing it once. Now the squat to calves. We're going to do a pyramid of 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. But here's what it looks like. Squat, calves. That is going to be either counted as 2 movements or 1 revolution. So it's either 10, 20, 30, 20, 10 total movements or 5, 10, 15, 10, 5 revolutions. So however you want to count it, I'll count reps this round. 1, 2, I want to separate. 3, 4, squat, calves, squat, there's 8, squat, and there's 10. So that was a short-lived one, we'll do it again. But squat to calves is either 5, 10, 15, 10, 5 revolutions. We'll talk about weight in a second, or 10, 20, 30, 20, 10 total movements. Standing runners, 20, you won't do it again today. 1, 2, 20 standing runners. Mobility, right? More joints moving. Rotation, right? There's a little more up body rotation. You got your activation of all those little muscles, and you're going to breathe and focus. A little coordination in there. Standing runners. Again, not as long and big as a standing scissor, but again, more joints, more movement, maybe more heart rate. Don't knee yourself in the nose. 20 standing runners. It's either 20 total movements or 10 revolutions on your squat calves. Ready, set, go. Squat, calves. Now I want to see the squat and then the calves. It's okay if you come out of your squat doing calves, but I want that change. So don't be in a hurry on your squat, calves. 10 revolutions or 20 movements. There's 8 revolutions. There's 9 revolutions. There's 10 revolutions. Doesn't take that long. It was only 10 squats and 10 calves. One of our 2 movement exercises. Jack LaLanne's 20. Ready, set, go. Now, I have talked about the difference between lengthening, like stiff-legged deadlifts is lengthening versus stretching. This is a dynamic stretching exercise. Dynamic in my world means multi-joint motion and multi-muscle activation, and this is a flexibility stretching exercise. Now, there's lengthening as well. But like stiff-legged deadlifts per se, which we'll do later on, you are lengthening a contracted muscle. You're technically not stretching that contracted muscle. blah, 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 blah. 20 total Jack LaLannes. You gotta be big on your Jack LaLannes. We'll have our 30 squat calves or 15 revolutions here in a second. Hello, Brian. We're just still in warm-up. 15 total revolutions or 30 total movements. Squat, calves. I don't want your squat to affect your calves, and I don't want your calves to affect your squat. So you do want to have the different exercise. Now, there's a small adjustment, right? There's a small overlap. Squat, calves. Now, we are using this as a workout warm-up circuit. I don't mind it being body weight now, and I don't mind adding weight here in a second, and you'll see. But again, our warm-up circuits are meant to get the body ready. And this is in that equation. We need to get your knees ready, your hips ready, your ankles ready for the weights and the movements. We need the heart rate up and your muscles elongating and contracting. Now I do apologize. We're going to go on the ground for one. We're going to come back up again. Sit up scissors. 20 sit up scissors. No rush. Ready, set, go. Now on Wednesday, I talked about the verticality of the motion. I want you going up. I want your body going up, and I want your leg going up. I don't really want you going in. I want you going up. And if you look at my back, there's a nice, good, fairly straight back, but this is too curved. I'm not looking for that. However, there is a small curve there. I just want you to think about your good muscles, your good posture, your good breathing. No, we're not. You're doing your surgery box. Now. Thank you. Still working on the education. We're still doing it. When you're ready, we're going down the pyramid on our squat calves. Now, the weight is optional. I would love it. You don't have to. Ready? 20 total movements or 10 revolutions. The pyramid. Ready, set, go. We did the pyramid 10, 20, 30 on the way up, but we got to go back down on your pyramid. And again, weight is optional. Squat, calves. Squat, calves. Squat, calves. I don't want one motion or exercise to affect the other. So you don't want to create momentum. Clearly there's a little bit of an overlap, and that's okay. 20 total movements or 10 revolutions. Now, I know this might feel like it's a really long circuit. It kind of is. But we're warming up, we're getting ready, and it's a workout circuit. When you're ready, we're on the ground for 2. We're going to do 20 slow runners and 20 slow swimmers, and we're going to get off the ground and do 1 more squat calves. 20 runners. Ready, set, go. You can start with your legs down and have the torque and leverage, or you can start with the legs up and work on lengthening and contracting. Both are good on your runners. I will always burn more, and most people burn more when they start with the legs up. But in that more equation, other things happen too. And then you get your tight hips, and then you start getting lower back, and your intention was abs. 20 slow runners, take your time, and then you have your 20 swimmers. I am starting on my hands and knees, and I will finish by laying on my stomach. You can totally mix it up to what you want to mix it up to. 20 total swimmers. Upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes, mobility of spine, and activation of muscles around your spine. Hips and breathing and focus. And again, you're not in a hurry. We are going to do 1 more set of your squat calves. Whether you have weight or not is up to you. I need to run and get weights because I forgot to bring them over, getting the kids all ready for my class. So, last set of squat calves is 10 total movements or 5 revolutions on your squat calves. All right, my bad, sorry about that. Sorry about that. So here we go. You have warmed up now. It was a warm up, but it was also part of our workout circuit. 2 movement exercises we've done before. Today, we're doing the lower body versions. It's not a lower body, but the lower body versions. We did squat calves. There are ways to make that heavier, but it's a great warm up workout. The next one is gonna be our stiff-legged deadlift row. We're gonna keep those numbers similar, right? We're gonna do our 10, 20, 30, 20, 10 on our stiff-legged deadlift row, or again, 5, 10, 15, 10, 5 revolutions. We have done obliques before, but this circuit will be your right side only obliques, and I'll let you kind of dabble, and those are always gonna be a rep range of 25 to 30. So round 1 is 10 stiff-legged row, right obliques. 20 stiff-legged row, right obliques. I'm here. Here we go. Big deep breath. 10 reps or 5 revolutions. Both legs. Hamstrings, booty, hamstrings, booty, hamstrings, booty. Posture, row, stand tall. That is either 2 reps or that is 1 revolution. And we've done these numbers before. And actually pyramids are great on 2 movement exercises. So it's 10 revolutions. All right, about 5 revolutions or 10 total reps. And the rhythm on a stiff-legged is always hammies, 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 booty, 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 posture. And now you're gonna add that row. So, breathe. The circuit, you're gonna do those 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. Right obliques can be left arm, right oblique standing. That is an option. You got right side up, double lateral leg lifts. That is an option. You have right side down hip dips. That is an option. And you have laying on your back, knees to your left for your right side crunch. Now, you can adjust as much as you want. They're gonna be always a rep range of 25 to 30. I hope you're doing some now, but go slow. Ready, set, go. So you can change them as you wish. We have 5 rounds of stiff-legged deadlift row with our pyramid. You have 5 sets of right obliques, and you can change them as you wish. I am currently doing a right side crunch. But I do want to denote, although I know everybody on this call, you have different weights to choose from. You have different body positions to choose from. You have different mobility, movement abilities, right? And then you have your strength and activation and all those wonderful things. So we might find ourselves a little separated, but I'm gonna go at the pace that I think we should be at. And I didn't say that was going fast. Pace doesn't mean fast. When you're ready, 20 total movements or 10 revolutions, and then do your right obliques again. Ready? Go. Hamstrings, booty, posture, row, stand tall, breathe. This is slow. Hamstrings, booty, posture, row, stand tall, breathe. Hamstrings, booty, row. Here's another version. Lengthen, lengthen, hold, breathe, row. You can think about those posterior muscles and the same P word, posture, right? Posterior muscles and posture. Hamstrings, glutes, core, row. 20 total movements or 10 revolutions. The peak of the pyramid will be the next round. When you get done, I'm gonna dabble on obliques so you can see them. You can change them as you wish. Right side, ready, set, go. Left hand is your right oblique if you choose standing obliques. You can lie on your right side. Your right side is down on your hip dips. Right obliques. Right side can be up, left side can be down on your double lateral leg lifts. Laying on your back, knees to your right is a right side crunch. There's only 4 choices, but we have 5 rounds, so if you are trying to do one of each, you're gonna have to repeat one of them anyways. Now, when I use the word pace, there's a certain rhythm to today. So that's the pace we're gonna go on. If you feel like you fall behind, don't worry. You know I'm gonna keep talking about it. Round 3 is the peak of the pyramid. 30 total movements or 15 revolutions. Ready, set, go. And now remember, I'm gonna do this again at 3, so I'm not doing all the reps. So don't start and stop with me. You need to count yourself, and I'm sorry about that. 15 total revolutions or 30 total movements. Hamstrings, hamstrings, booty, posture, breathe, row. It is smooth, it is steady. Now I don't mind getting all of your back. Middle upper back, middle lower back. I don't want your lower back working too much. The lower you row, the lower it goes on your back. The higher you stay on your row, the higher it is on your back. So people almost think it's the opposite. So no, the lower you go, the better you can hold it, the more it goes down your traps. The higher you stay, the more it goes up your traps. And that's why upright rows is an upper trap shoulder exercise. Bent rows is a middle lower trap exercise. 30 total movements or 15 revolutions. Now, if you have beaten me every time, slow it down. I don't care how light your weights are. Slow it down. If you've been with me the whole time, awesome. If you've been a little behind, don't speed up. 3rd set of your right obliques. I have been dabbling so you see them all. I am on right side up, double lateral leg lifts. My right obliques are pulling my legs up. There is a very subtle angle in my body. There's perpendicular. I brought it back a smidge. Right side up, very small angle, makes it more obliques, more motion. When you're completely perpendicular to the ground, you'll get your internal oblique, which connects back here. And it might feel like you get too backy. It's still your internal oblique. It just has less motion than your external oblique. Blah, 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 blah. I am not bragging by any means, but there's been so many people who've been like, I actually didn't know you you know a lot of stuff. And I'm like, yeah. But my style of training normally, you got Stella over here, you got Brian over there, you got Madeline there, you got Jane there, and you got pushing, you got pulling, and all of a sudden you don't get to hear all these things. Round 4, 20 total movements or 10 revolutions. The kicker is, you guys, we have 2 more circuits to go. There's no in between things. We just keep lifting. Ready, set, go. Hammies, 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 booty, 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 posture, row. It's smooth. Lengthen, 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 row. Shorten and lengthen and breathe and focus and core. If you have these key words in your head, something will stick out and resonate to you. It's not get low and row. Hammies, booty, posture, row. But the lower you can go, the safer you can hold it, the lower the traps you get. And that's a good thing. However, it can get to a bad thing on the lower back. 20 total movements, 10 revolutions. Pace is great. We are working, we're breathing. When you're ready, you're on your 4th set of obliques. I have dabbled, do as you wish. You can hold a weight standing. The weight is in your left hand for your standing loaded obliques. The last set I did right side up, double lateral leg lifts. That's a right oblique. I'm currently doing right side down hip dips. Right side is pushing my body up. It is the only pushing oblique formal exercise. There are other things that could simulate it. We're talking about an oblique exercise versus a functional power move, which is like throwing a ball to your wall, right? It's a lateral ball push that would get your obliques. But always 25 to 30 reps. I just reiterated that after not doing it for a while. Hopefully you didn't change your reps too much on your right obliques. You have done 4 of them. We have 1 more round to go. And of course, based on what you chose, depends on how long it takes. Right side down hip dips is hard, but it's also pushing, so it's a shorter motion. Right side up double lateral leg lifts is hard, and it's a pulling motion. It is your last round, and remember, it's okay if you're not there. I'll keep talking. 10 total movements or 5 revolutions. Ready, set, go. Hammies, booty, posture, row. Posterior muscles, your butt, your core, your good back, breathe. Stiff-legged deadlift row is a great 2-movement exercise, but it really shouldn't be a super high rep exercise. We did a pyramid, and really it wasn't that many reps. We've done one-hit wonders before, 50 total movements, but it was a one-hit wonder. We didn't repeat it. Last oblique. Remember, you can dabble. I started with these, and I'm going to finish with these. Legs to your left, right obliques is an option. The reason why I dabbled is because I'll be doing it again later on. And then the Monday morning crew will do this. So I get to do it 4 times. There's no need to do 600 obliques each side. Remember all your choices. We're going to be going to the left side circuit next. So I want you ready for it. You have the weight in your left hand for your right obliques, and you have your right side down hip dips, and your right side up double lateral leg lifts, and laying on your back, knees to your left side crunches. That was for your right obliques. The next circuit starts pretty quickly. We'll have the left obliques. And again, I love what we're doing. We have 4 total circuits. We have the warm-up workout circuit, a little less formal warm-up-y. We have that right side circuit with stiff-legged rows. We're now going to have our left side circuit with our squat presses. We did squat calves earlier. Do you have to hold a bunch of weight? Well, I wouldn't mind because it's squats and shoulders. You can hold 2 dumbbells no matter the weight. You can hold 1 dumbbell no matter the weight. You can hold a kettlebell. You can hold a bar. But the weight is up. When you're ready, 10 total movements or 5 revolutions, squat to press. Ready, set, go. Squat, and then press. Now thrusters, you create momentum. I don't want that. Personally, I don't give those. I like kettlebell swings and kettlebell snatches. I like other things, military presses. And of course, you guys do everything I ask. So squat press is a great 2-movement lifting exercise. You get your legs, you get your shoulders, you get your core. That again is going to be 10 movements or 5 revolutions, and we're going to have our pyramid. We have our left obliques. So you're either standing weight in your right hand, or left side down hip dips, or left side up double lateral leg lifts, or I'm starting with knees to the right side crunch. Remember, your obliques are all 25 to 30 reps. I hope I've been a little bit ahead of you, and if you keep passing me, just slow it down a touch. Here we go. Left obliques. Breathe. Focus. Work. Breathe. Focus. Work. Left obliques. Left obliques. Relax and breathe. Keep going. Remember, I'm not doing all the reps. And I know I've touched on it before, and I forgot to touch on it earlier. When you do obliques, there is normally a mobility factor, movement of hips and spine. There can be a flexibility factor like side crunches, the ability for the body to be in that position, flexibility. And then you have your activation like double lateral leg lifts and hip dips, right? It takes activation to do the exercise. So there's lots of factors, and you might feel the difference between sides. Again, today we're steady. We're just cruising, we're steady, we're working. Round 2 when you're ready. 20 total squat presses or 10 revolutions, and then you'll be on your second left oblique. Ready, set, go. Now, I will see people drop their hands, and so they wind up doing a squat curl press. Well, I don't mind, but I also know what's coming. We have our lunge curls that we have done before on our last circuit. So if you want to do all that stuff, you can. And when you keep your weight up on your squat, you do get more core than when you put the weight down. And we're not trying to create momentum. So a squat curl press, rhythmically, you're gonna A, take too long, and B, you're gonna do other things possibly. Again, I'm not doing all the reps, I'm doing a fair amount. Round 2 is your left side obliques. If you're following what I'm doing, I did my side crunches. I'm gonna be on my double lateral leg lifts. You can do any obliques you want. Ready, set, go. I did find a lot of people did the standing obliques quite a bit. That was a kind of a common response by lots of people that I've talked about. When we get in here, you got your hyperextension obliques. That's where you're laying on the angled, the 45-degree angled hyperextension. We have our rotation obliques. And yeah, you could do those at home, but you need a band securely tightened to something, chest height, and you gotta step away. So you do need some room, you need a band. Tying it to the doorknob is a little too low. So I haven't really touched on rotation obliques at home because it requires a couple factors. So keep it going, keep it working. Obliques don't take that long, so don't do them quickly. Enjoy your Friday workout. If you are ready, awesome. If you're not ready, awesome. 30 total movements or 15 revolutions on your squat press. Then you're gonna be on your third set of obliques. Ready, set, go. Squat, press. Squat, press. Hips, booty, core, posture, shoulders, right? We've done squats, we did them earlier on the calves. You've done so many squats and lunges, you guys all know me well. Hips move the most. Glutes always turn on. Posture, right? Looking in front of you, not above you and not down. And then let your legs do the work and breathe. And now you add the squat with load up and a smooth press. So now you're gonna get some shoulders involved. Oh yeah. Now we are not done yet. Steady pace the whole workout. No big highs, no big lows. 30 total movements, 15 revolutions. I did just over half. So you should either be almost finishing up or still, excuse me, I think we're still in it. If you are ready, cool. You got your left, you got any obliques you want. I'm gonna do left side down hip dips. Left obliques for the third time. Ready, set, go. Now again, if you're not there, don't stop doing what you're doing to go at my pace. I'm gonna talk and loiter until you get it done. I've had a lot of people the last 2 weeks because I've invited them doing the online recorded version, right? And you guys are so used to me. And there's something to be said for doing a class and following the pace. But 100% of people were like, I pushed pause at least 5 times. Like, that was an hour. A, they're not used to me. B, they had to set themselves up, right? Then there's a certain level of attention when you're joining a class and being live. Like, you kind of have to be ready. So I got a lot of great feedback, and that's the intent. If you're at the gym, I'm gonna hand you weights. They're gonna be heavier. We might have to talk about it more. Take a big, deep breath. If you're a little ahead of me, slow down, maximize your load. And if you're getting off the ground and you're ready to go, round 4 is 20 squat press, 10 revolutions, and then of course you're on your 4th set of obliques. Ready, set, go. Squat, there is so much motion. Press, there is no momentum. Squat, motion, load, press. Thrusters are similar, a little less motion, and a lot more momentum. It's a power exercise, and I validate them. They're good. I would prefer to do kettlebell swings and jump squats and military presses, and most of my clients don't like throwing heavy weight above their heads. You know, when you do a squat press, it's a shoulder press, but also this exertion above you. For me, round 4, I'm going to do standing obliques. The weight is in my right hand. You can do as you wish, but I want your 4th set of left obliques. Ready, set, go. Tick, tock, stretch, squeeze. You're going to lengthen, contract. Your right hand has the weight. It's heavy. You're letting it stretch your left side, and you're pulling up. If you're doing hip dips, your left side is down, and it's pushing your body up. And you gotta take the weight out of your arms and neck and shoulders and your hips and your legs, and you put it in your body. Double lateral leg lifts. You gotta have a nice strong base, a nice strong foundation. You're laying on your right side and you're pulling those legs up. And your legs aren't very light. It's like half your body weight. Your obliques are pulling your legs up. Which leads me to what my punchline is. Obliques require motion and load, kind of like glutes. And if you have to sacrifice one thing, please maintain motion. So if you sacrifice load, maintain motion. Alrighty. If you're there, it's your last round. 10 total movements, 5 revolutions, and then you're on your last left obliques. Ready, set, go. Squat and press. It is smooth. Remember, I don't want to say low, but I want you to load and press. Consistent motion. Hips, booty, eyes, thighs, core, posture, legs, and shoulders. You've got the one more left oblique. Remember, we have not stopped. We're just working. 4 circuits, 5 rounds each circuit. Plenty of work to do. Last oblique. And again, for me, I started with side crunches. I'm finishing with side crunches. You could have chosen them the whole time or never done them at all. And that is okay. Obliques, obliques, obliques. Yes, yes, yes. One more circuit. If you're looking at the clock, we've done a great job, good steady pace. Nothing's gonna imbalance you if you do have to leave, and I'm not too worried, okay? Grab your sip of water. Grab your sip of water. Do-si-do. When you are ready, there is no rush. The explanation, lunge and curl, we've done it before. The main thing is, and I call it pro bono work, you don't count the curl unless you want to count more reps. So everything is revolutions. 10 lunge curls is 10 total lunges, 5 each leg. And you can do any lunge, walking forward, walking reverse. Stationary forward, stationary reverse. 10 total lunge curls is 5 each leg. When you get done, I want to talk about the huffy puffy worky agility to finish this workout, but I need to do it safely. Here we go. 10 total lunge curls, 5 each leg. Lunge, curl. Remember, you're not curling and lunging, you're lunging and then curling. 10 total steps, 5 of each leg. The curl is a freebie, extra work. The squat calves, whether you had weight or not, didn't have any body. The stiff-legged row was a hamstring, glute, core, back exercise, pulling, and the squat press was all of your legs, right, squatting and pushing shoulder presses. So we should be pretty healthy and safe on the upper body. 10 total lunges, 5 each leg. That will be the pyramid, 10, 20, 30, 20, 10 total lunges each set. When you're ready, You can do running high knees revolutions or walking high knees reps. 50, you're not gonna do it again today. I'm gonna go through the high knees, the butt kicks, the jumping jacks, and then we can negotiate on the last two. Ready, set, go. It's either high knees, running revolutions, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, or it's walking reps. You're going to 50, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, right? There's an enthusiasm, there's excitement. You're only doing it once. Keep it going. 50 revolutions or 30 total movements, high knees. I will let you choose them again later on, but you're technically only prescribed them once. And of course, you gotta kind of settle down because I just shocked the heck out of you. We had the squat, calves, warm up with all the stuff. We had our stiff-legged row with right obliques, squat, press, left obliques, and now I just said, hey, let's go. Surprise! 20 total lunge curls is 10 each leg. And remember, you can do any lunge. Ready, set, go. Lunge, curl. Lunge, curl. Make sure you lunge and then curl. Don't worry about counting the curl unless you want to double your reps. So it's 20 total lunges, 10 each leg, and the freebie is those curls. So it isn't fair. I acknowledge this. I do acknowledge this. 20 total lunges, 10 each leg. We will do the pyramid for the final time today. So the next round will actually be the hardest, longest round of the day. We've been building up to this. We've been building up to this. You've been working and progressing, and here you go. And of course, if you had heavy weights, this is hard and slow. If you have light weights, I still want it slow. Okay? When you're there, it's butt kicks. Butt kicks for revolutions, running or walking reps. And remember, that foot needs to come back. There's your high knees, and there's your butt kicks. 50, ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the revolutions, right? Running revolutions. You count the whole round, or for me, I just count the one leg, or walking reps. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, right? There's zest, there's fire. You know, I train a very diverse group of people. Some people want impact, some people can't have impact, right? Mobility, lengthen, breathe, focus, butt kicks. Butt kicks, 50 revolutions running. Again, you optionally won't do it again today. 50 reps walking or running revolutions. And of course, that heart rate just climbed up a little bit. You've been progressing and working and building. And this next round is the longest, hardest round of the day. You're gonna have your 30 lunge curls, 15 each leg, peak of the pyramid, and then you're gonna have your 50 jumping jacks. Ready, set, go. Now again, if you are not there, awesome. Just make sure you get your 30 lunge curls when you do get there. And then of course you have your 50 jumping jacks. Breathe and focus. Now remember, I am not going to ever tell you to go lower on a lunge or a squat. I want you to load your lunge and your squat. And holding it low is a position, right? Everybody's a little different. I've always enjoyed how heavy I make my lunges. My hips don't like when I go low, so everybody's different. I grew up in the day when they made you touch your knee to the ground and it wouldn't count. And then I couldn't walk for days and it had nothing to do with sore muscles. And my college coaches would get so mad. And I'm like, do you want me scoring touchdowns on Saturday or do you want me to hurt all week long? We had a nice little debate when I was a sophomore because I was going into my biochemistry and kinesiology, and I'm like, guys, Dude, we're all different people. This is 1996, right? I can run, I can jump, I can lift. But my whole life, my hips have never liked a lot of motion, but I can handle a lot of load. After your 30 lunge curls, we're on our 50 jumping jacks. I didn't do 30 lunge curls. 50 jumping jacks. You have the jumping big version, and you have the walking little version. Remember, I train a lot of mamas. 50, ready, set, go. Jumping jacks. There is the big, powerful version. There's a little bit of impact. I'm not going to deny that. So you got mama jacks or walking jacks, right? A little less impact, but it's almost the width of the exercise that gets my mamas in trouble, right? So you have the big plyometric and you have the little plyometric. 50 jumping jacks or walking jacks. Get it done. Get it done. Come on. We're almost there. We're almost there. We get to go down the pyramid on our lunge curls. We only have 2 more rounds to go. And then I'll negotiate with you on the next 2. And breathe and focus. Breathe and focus. Breathe and focus. Now remember, everybody has different skill sets. That's why agility. You're agile. What can your body handle plus your ability? When you're ready, if you're there, it's 20 lunge curls, and then it's supposed to be 50 jump squats. You can do pulsating squats, but slow them down. Ready, set, go. Lunge, curl. 20 total lunge. Ignore the curl, even though it is a part of the equation. Take your time. Big, steady steps. Focus and breathe. Loading the working leg. Notice I didn't say load the moving leg, because stationary reverse lunges, the front leg is the working leg. It is the loaded leg. It's not the moving leg. Walking forward lunges requires a little bit of space. The stepping leg is the loaded leg and the moving leg. Walking reverse lunges. The stepping leg is not big, bold, not the loaded leg. It's not the working leg, but it is the moving leg. And of course today we have done lots of legs and stuff, and some upper body, and no big deal, kind of like Wednesday, we progressed. Jump squats would be mean, hard, good for you. Pulsating squats, mean, hard, still good for you. When you're ready, 50 jump squats and or pulsating squats. Ready, set, go. Now I did give the option of doing high knees again. If you would like to do high knees running again, awesome, because I'm looking for more motion and more load. So high knees gives me motion and load. Now I love pulsating squats, and that's an option. You maintain load, you decrease motion because you're in the motion. So you can mix it up between jump squats, pulsating squats, and if you want to do high knees, cool, because I am looking for motion and load. And it would be great to have both. And I think there's a phrase, beggars can't be choosers, but I kind of disagree. You can choose to be a beggar, but you can't beg to be a chooser. I don't know. Deep thoughts.
Chris, I have to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Have a wonderful weekend, please. If you are there and ready, you've got your last 10 lunge curls, 5 each leg, and then we'd be on split jumps or split squats, or if you need to, again, butt kicks. Again, you're going to hear that in a second. This is your last round. Ready, set, go. Lunge, curl. 10 total lunges, 5 each leg. We did it to start the circuit, and we're now finishing the circuit. A very well-rounded workout, in my humble opinion. I don't like to brag very often, but when I do, it's done because you guys did it, and it was perfect, and it was a Friday, and we're there. After your 10 lunge curls, and I only did 6, I get to do it again at 3. It's either split jumps, the plyometric load or split squats. I still get my load, 50 total, 25 each leg, or you can do butt kicks again. Ready, set, go. And now I'm gonna dabble. I'm gonna show you a little bit of both. Split jumps, 50 total, would be shorter than your split squats, but less impact. You maintain load, but you get rid of impact. Split jumps is a plyometric, split squats is a concentric, and you can almost say like an isometric pulse. That does exist too. But mix them up as you need to. I'm looking for 50 total burning, challenging movements. And if you really want to do butt kicks again, you can, because I still get what I want. You working hard on a Friday at lunch. Now, when that is done, I am going to lightly stretch with you guys just for a couple minutes. If you gotta leave because of time, and I get that. Totally get that. But when we finish workouts like this with a bang, it's kind of good to stretch. You don't have to. Woo. I am sweating. 80 degrees, garage doors open. I know you don't think my kids are here, but they're here doing some schoolwork. There's ABC Mouse, which is an app. There's Lexia, which is a reading app. We're working on conjugation of words. Dreambox is a math and almost like geometry or physics and geometry. Placement of parts. When you're ready, you can leave at any time. I'm going to go through our basic stretches that we have done before. Right leg hamstrings. Cool off. Enjoy the moment. I try to do this once a week or every other week, a nice little stretch, hoping that you can do this anytime. And I do primarily focus on our lower body because of how much we do. And of course, we have dabbled on major upper body things too, and stretching is great. Upper body requires a lot of movement. I'm switching legs, mobility. Now legs do too, but we're on them all the time. Lunges and squats and leg presses and walking and warm-ups and cool downs. So stretching and elongating your muscles tends to be a little better for you when you think about your legs. I am sweating. Light, long stretches. I like it. Good pace. Good work. Got my ladies coming in. When you are done with your long hamstring, oh, sorry, I gotta do my beauty queens. This is what I grew up with called beauty queens. Right leg over left, look over your right. And I think it came from like all the modeling magazines back in the day, but we always grew up with these called beauty queens. Right leg over left, and look over your right. And of course, take a big, deep breath. You're relaxing. And then of course you'll switch. We're calming down, stretching out, getting that blood flowing. Take your time. We're going to lay on our back. Pulling that leg up. Don't push it down. That's always a stretching misnomer. Legs under, and you want to pull them up because the right leg might want to come up a little bit. However, keep that left leg down. You'll stretch out your left groin, and you're going to pull and stretch your upper hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. So this does wear a lot of hats. So if you feel that down leg just bouncing up, get that down leg down while you pull that leg up. Really, really good for you. And don't be surprised if your pubic bone, you get a little snip adjustment. It feels weird at first, I promise you it happens. And you're like, whoa, okay. That down leg stays down. That ligament is really tight in there. You're gonna pull that leg over. And again, this is one of my favorite ones. You can't start with it because you gotta get everything relaxed so you can get to this position. So these are two great stretches, but if you just run and go do them thinking it's going to benefit you, it's actually false. I would rather you stretch everything else first, which is unfair. Is it bad for you to do it first? No, but you reap the benefits if you do other things first. Carefully and slowly come out of that position, and then you're going to get up and do the other, you'll get the other side, pulling that left leg up, keeping that right leg down. And again, my hips are all over the place. This is really tight for me as I pull this leg up, keeping that leg down. You can adjust the up leg as you wish, but you're pulling it up. And you want to take a big, deep breath. Breathe. Focus. Nice, good, long stretch. And you're going to bring that leg across. Again, I love the feeling of this. Sometimes I get a little self-adjustment.
Have to go. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Stella. Have a good day. Have a good weekend.
Yep, you do.
Madeline, just you and I, baby. You're going to slowly come out of your stretch. We have one more to go, the anterior hip stretch. The down leg is getting stretched. If you are perfectly in line and straight, you're actually going to get your quad origin. You start widening that foot a little bit. I didn't change anything else, right? That's actually your hip flexors, and you want to be tall. This isn't stretching. This is stretching that down hip. But you do want to play with the width of your stance via the foot, because they can go from your upper quad to your hips and all around, and of course, let it lightly stretch. 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds. No bouncing. We don't want to bounce during our stretches. We're trying to elongate the muscle. I'm switching for the other side. Last thing. Happy Friday. Lots of work today. TGIF.